Good morning, everyone. Let's start with today's Murli. Murli's date is 15 October 1975. Title of the Murli is Do Not Be One Who Commits Suicide of the Soul. Methods to be doubly non-violent. Today, Babdada was singing praise of the children. While singing their praise, he saw how the children's parts are the highest and most elevated in the drama. Out of the whole cycle, it is only at the confluence age that they become worthy of praise. In this age, the Supreme Soul himself sings praise of you elevated souls. In this age, the Supreme Soul himself sings praise of you elevated souls. It is only at this time that you claim a right to double praise. Firstly, you become master oceans like the Father. You become the masters of both the virtues and the powers of the Father. At the same time, in a practical way, you experience the praise and the elevated stage of souls who are full of all the divine virtues. 16 celestial degrees pure and who are observing the divine codes of conduct. What are the 16 celestial degrees? And what are the codes of conduct? Only at this time do you imbibe the knowledge of all this. So you become worthy of double praise. You become the masters of two worlds. You become worthy of double worship. You claim a right to the double inheritance of both liberation and liberation in life. You claim the double crown. You become doubly non-violent. You become the beloved, long-lost, and now found children of the double Father. Baba was singing the praise of such elevated children, of how you become the children and the masters of the Master of the world. By remembering your praise, do you yourselves remain happy? Maya can never attack you if you remember this praise. Today, Baba was seeing which children have reached which stage. The main thing is to what extent you have become a master ocean of all the virtues, the same as the Father. To what extent have you experienced the inheritance of all the powers in your life in a practical way? Together with that, to what extent have you put into your life the elevated and great stage of the self, that of being completely viceless, full of all the divine virtues, 16 celestial degrees pure, of observing the codes of conduct and being completely non-violent? To what extent have you put this greatness into your life? There is just praise of a completely virtuous stage. even one virtue is missing from a soul who has the stage of being full of all the divine virtues, that soul is then not worthy of the full praise. So check yourself. Which virtues are missing, or to what percentage is any virtue missing? 16 celestial degrees means being full of all specialities. That is, you are able to make your form according to the time, and you are able to put whatever thought you have into your form. Through the methods of effort given by Baba, you should be able to use all the success you have for the self and for serving all souls at the right time. While experiencing all the powers, you should be able to give this to all other souls through your form of a bestower of blessings, according to each one's need. You should be able to maintain a balance in all aspects. That is, you should be able to be loveful 1 minute and lawful the next. 1 minute, the form of Mahakali, the great death, and the next to be Shitala, the goddesses of coolness. To have all these specialities means to be 16 celestial degrees full. In order to achieve this, you have to have sovereignty over all the sense organs and all the powers of the soul, the mind, intellect, and sanskars. Only one with such a right can become 16 celestial degrees full. Sister, should I continue or stop here?
So we can continue the whole paragraph and then we can stop.
Okay. Anyone with a weakness can neither show any talent, that is, speciality, nor can he give this experience to others. Check yourself in this way. Have I imbibed all specialities? That is, have I become 16 celestial degrees full? To be completely viceless means that there is no trace of vice, even their progeny, in thoughts or dreams. This is known as being completely viceless. To be within the codes of conduct means that every thought, every second, and every step is according to Srimad. To be within the codes of conduct means that every thought, every second, and every step is according to Srimad. That is, according to the godly codes of conduct. Each thought and each step should each stop, each thought, and each step should not be taken outside the line of the godly codes of conduct. From, from Amrit Vela to the time of sleeping, each step should be according to the codes of conduct. Your consciousness, attitude, and drishti should all be should all be constantly according to the codes of conduct. To what extent have you become ones who are within the codes of conduct? So let's stop here and let's reflect that to what extent Have you become ones who are within the codes of conduct? Om Shanti. Now we all can share our journeys.
Om Shanti. Today Baba said that in order to be completely a form of the one who gives always, then you have to be completely pure from your thoughts, from each of your. You need to have all the qualities. You need to be 16 degrees up to that extent. Baba is taking a stage today of purity, of all the virtues, and he wants us to be completely full in all these things. So only then we'll be able to give to others. If even a single thought of ours goes out of the way, then we are not complete, and then we may fail. Om Shanti.
Wonderful, sister.
Om Shanti, sister. So my takeaway point is, Baba said that you have to be Mahakali. At the same time, you have to be goddess of coolness, Shitala Devi. So at times when we are facing with our Maya, then we have to become Mahakali. Then going with others, we have to be Sitala Devi. Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Good morning. Baba reiterates the quality of being loveful and lawful again in this Murli. Baba has said to be loveful in 1 minute and to be lawful again in the next minute. That way we achieve more number of virtues and do not get carried away by just towards one side. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Very nice, brother.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, brother.
Today, Baba talks about the speciality of the confluence age, because in this age only, we become worthy of praise. We become master ocean like Father and become master virtues of the power of Father. And this is the time when we experience the praise and we reach to the elevated stage that is called 16 Sola Kala Sampurna. We imbibe the knowledge, we become worthy of double worship, double crown, double non-violent. And Baba just wants us to check that to what extent we have become master ocean of inheritance of Baba's power. And Baba also wants us to become full of all the specialities. And when Baba talks about 16 Sola Kala Sampurna, Baba says, viceless, no trace in thoughts, nor dreams. Every second and every step should be according to the godly course that is Srimad. That is concurrence, attitude, and drishti. Mansa Vacha Karmana, the negativity should not come even in Mansa Vacha Karmana. The purity to the extent of Mansa. As generally in Murli, Baba, earlier Murli and many Murlis, Baba has said that if anything negative comes into your mind, into your thoughts, should not come in the Vacha. But if it comes in Vacha, it should not come in the Karma. But now when Baba talks about Sola Kala Sampurna, Baba says that should not come even in thoughts. Om Shanti.
Very nice, brother.
Om Shanti. A wonderful lift. The Murli is in the form of a lift which elevates the soul stage to a very high level. Because Baba himself sings the praise of his children. How worthy these children, the children are, and he says that children play the highest and the most elevated part in the eternal drama. Supreme Soul himself sings praise. All the double attainments, become masters of both the virtues and the powers to imbibe those virtues. Because sometimes we have the virtues, but we don't have the power to experience those virtues in the practical life. So Baba asked this question: have children reached this stage? And to what extent the stage means to become and experience the virtues in every moment, every word and every action which we are playing the part. The part consists of the thoughts, words, and as well as actions. And during the interaction with other souls, during interaction with the 5 elements. So this is a very pertinent question. I think we can churn more on this. To what extent we have become a master ocean and becoming and experiencing. So Baba always emphasizes on experiencing every power and every sanskar to be my own sanskar in the emerged form. Om Shanti.
Wonderful, brother.
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti.
Like, I was just going to the title of the Murli, but I think we have not yet reached that particular title. But as usual, Baba starts any Murli, he has to wake us up. So he gives us that intoxication. So as I've already shared in the chat box, so many doubles. We are doubly praised. We are the masters of the two worlds. We are doubly worshipped. We have double inheritance. We are double crown, double father. And then he says it's a long list. And then he ends it up doubly non-violent. So today he has just, in the Murli which was read, he has just listed. And then next, once he has listed, he gives us a job of checking. Because as somebody rightly said, it's good to have the knowledge. But have I become that? So in an earlier Murli, Baba has said, when Bapdada spoke about being equal, listening, thinking, practicing, then becoming. So these are the steps. So I listen to the knowledge and then I think it, I put it in my intellect, and then I practice it, and then only I become. So after giving us all this double, he's saying, check. Are you really all that virtues like Sola Kala, Sampurna Nirvikari, some Ahimsa Parmodam, Maryada Purushottam? So all those which qualities are needed, how much I have? We cannot even if we have reached 4 degrees as for now, because the aim is 16 degrees, which we will become. So that last stage of 16 is not now. It is that to be experienced only in the golden age. So now, which ladder have you given in virtues? Are you able to use your power whenever you want? Is your power of weapon sharp? And it's not that you call for this power, some other power. So that's another checking point. Like someone was just asking how to know checking. Virtues is really to check in our vacha, karmana and all. Are we equal to the Father? And then the powers. Vices, okay, the main 5 vices, I think, Kama, Krodha, Mada, Lobha, Moha, we are somehow there, even though we have little progenies of them here and there. But code of conduct we can do. Are we really following all the code of conduct from Amrit Vela till now? Or which code of conduct I am lacking? See, there is something, like yesterday I was just listening to a class of Denise Ben. How far are you in your spiritual life? Are you moving forward or are you still there? So there we learn what is that missing link. What is that which is missing? I think these 2 paragraphs is like an action plan. And then once we go, that we can take a form. It can either be a Mahakali or it can be a Shitala. Shanti.
Very nice, sister.
Om Shanti. On the basis of today's Murli, I have an experience that whenever we try to become perfect in Gyan Yoga, then we start taking various steps of Purusharth, that we should do this, we should do that. But when we move further, we experience some failures and then we think that no, our efforts were worthless. So we stop doing all those things. But Baba from today's Murli inspires us to get even more accurate in these practices. We should not stop whatever right things we are doing, but we can become perfect in the way we are doing all those things. For example, that if I'm doing Amrit Vela, so do I take bath before doing yoga? It's not compulsory, but it's better to get fresh, to be fresh before you do. So you have to be very, very more, you can highlight all those practices, become more accurate, and doing Amrit Vela on time, just not doing it whenever we wake up, but we can fix our time every day. So getting more and more perfect, we can take us to a stage where we can naturally become successful. Om Shanti.
Very nice, sister.
Sister, can I just add to that?
Yes, sister.
I don't know. I feel a little bit a different approach. I don't take the codes of conduct to be a martial rule. I remember even when I took the Gyan, all these rules and this and all, I said, no, I love God and He will understand. And I never took it like as if it was a constitution for me, that I keep this constitution in front of me. Am I doing that? No. You know, that becomes natural. I never allowed it to really sit on me like day one, checking, did I get up? Did I have my bath? I never did that because I wanted it to come naturally. And if suppose something is imposed on us like a constitutional law, then what it becomes, a little when we are weak, we start using our power of discerning and say, oh, that is there, but maybe there are little exceptions and assumptions. Like, you know, in every law, there is assumptions. हाँ ये सब ठीक है लेकिन ये भी चलता है. So that way it happens. I have never taken God's law or God's Shrimat like that. Yes, what He told for me is cardinal. I will follow it because it's from the person whom I love. And He knows what is good for me. He knows what are the paths so that I can reach that destination. So that is the feeling I have, not that I should follow. It's suppose for one day it so happens that I just missed my Amrit Vela, or I mean, I got up at 4:30. Yes, that moment I'll say, oh, Baba, really. But I'm not going to sit down and cry after that and all and this. Because I know that man has just crossed my house and gone. Let me sit. And why I'm speaking about that, that enables me to have constant yoga, constant remembrance. So more than yoga, yad throughout the day. That becomes a beautiful, natural part of myself. And then that constitution becomes like a canopy for me. The Shrimat becomes a canopy for me. Why? Because I've adopted that. I love it. I like it. It may be wrong. It may not suit the outside world. I have no problem. I like it. So then Baba's hand of Shrimat, it becomes a nice canopy over it. I don't know. That's how I take the way of Shrimat or the way of checking. It's just a
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. I'm audible.
Yes, brother.
Today, Baba is talking about Srimad again and again, as because we children, our state of mind was turbulent, and Baba wants us to make it streamlined. For that only, as stated by one of the sisters, that we don't follow it as a constitution. But what happens when we love anybody, you just follow him, what he says, line by line, word by word, without thinking. And Baba is telling, because I love Baba, so anything that Baba tells becomes automatically for us. So, what I feel, what actually Srimad is, from the letter S, the first letter, we feel that, and Baba also says, when we become soul conscious, that means first letter will stand for soul conscious. When we become soul conscious, we are connected with Baba. And when we are connected with Baba, S is also for Sang. Sang ka rang comes automatically to us. And another next letter is H. But whatever we are doing, whatever purusharth we are doing, We will reach to the state of attainment of Sola Kala Sampurna only when our approach is honest. And for that, whatever purusharth we are doing, whatever seva we are getting, the next letter R stands for we have to be responsible, we have to be reliable, and with that, our state should also be Ruhani. Even if we are soul conscious, honest, responsible, Ruhani, and reliable, our state of mind should be of the highest degree. And for that, the next letter R, the next letter I is for introspection. That means Bahya Mukta se Antah Mukta. That is introspection, inward journey throughout and throughout. That means checking and changing. And for that, मन मना भाव, खुद को आत्मा समझकर परमपिता परमात्मा को याद करना, considering ourselves as a soul, as actually we are. That means we have to be in our yatharth state and remember Baba. And as we remember Baba, we are in union with Baba. And the next letter A, that is, we will be adorned with divine virtues. And with that process of soul conscious, becoming honest, responsible, Ruhani, reliable, introspection, inward journey, man manabhav, adorned with divine virtues, transformation will take place automatically. That will start from self-transformation to world transformation. Om Shanti.
Wonderful, brother. Radhamani sister has shared that if we remembered our praise, means then Maya never attacked. Girja sister has shared double praise, world's worship, inheritance, crown, father, doubly non-violent. Then Radhamani sister has again shared that loveful in 1 minute, another minute lawful. And Sanjay Bhai has just shared the full meaning of Srimad.
Sister, can we just churn on this balance between loveful and lawful? I know we have done it earlier, but taking into context today's Murli. Like you see, today's Murli Srimad. Most of it, the checking point, have you, all the things, because he has given us all. And as he is the giver, he wants to see, child, what did you do with this and all? So there, can we just churn on the balance, like for lawful and lawful? Like if you just saw for me, I love you, so I shall follow you. That's just one word for me when you say lawful. So follow you is lawful. Jo, cheese, what you say. Lawful is, I'm just yours. I just want totally to become like you. So can we churn on this? Lawful and lawful, Mahakali and Shitala.
Sure, sister. Anyone will like to add?
Om Shanti.
Yeah, go ahead, Sanjay bhai.
When we talk about loveful and lawful, basically it starts with love. And it depends, the love is, are we full of love? What sort of love we are having? 20%. It is not good to talk about statistics, but I think that it will better will understand by that. If love is 20%, you will be 20% lawful. If love is for 50%, you become 50% lawful. That means what Baba says, if you become loveful, that means 100%. Then only you can become lawful, that is 100% lawful. And another Baba says Sitala and Mahakali. Okay. Sitala and Mahakali, both are different things. But Baba wants us to have a state that is called soul conscious. And when we are soul conscious, what happens? We will not be carried away by the paristhiti. That means if our sthiti is powerful, that means we can be Sitala at the same time we can be Mahakali. That means as per as the circumstance, we can we should be able to mold ourselves in that for that specific circumstance. That Baba has talked in Murli today also, that at the same time you are Sitala and at the same time you are Mahakali. You are not carried away with the paristhiti. As is your paristhiti, you are working according to that. But even if you are at Mahakali state, you are Sital. Even if you are in Sitala state, you can do the work of Mahakali. That means being in a Sitala state and doing the work of Mahakali. Both are very important, because when in general practice in the worldly life, what happens when any person become Mahakali, it is very difficult to become Sitala. But Baba says, even if you are becoming playing the role of Mahakali, you should be at a state of Sitla at the same time. Om Shanti.
The example for being a Mahakali and Shitla, and if we look at the Lokik role, I can only relate this to being a mother. A mother knows when to be lawful and when to be loveful with a child. The same mother who can go out of her way to love her child will also look at bringing in discipline in the child, and if that requires her to scold the child, she will do that. So parallelly following both the things the same point in time is what she's an example of being a mother. Om Shanti.
Girija sister has said that love opens doors of efforts and law closes the door for thieves, weakness to enter. Very nice, sister. Radhamani sister has said 2 in 1. So now let's maintain silence and let us do checking of ourselves, checking of all the questions that Baba has asked us in today's Murli, like which virtues are missing in me, to what extent have I become the one who are within the codes of conduct, have I become 16 degrees full? So let's maintain silence and reflect on these questions.
Shanti sister. I also wonder how Baba gives subtle knowledge, subtle caveats of information that follow this way, follow that way. That is being loveful, because he corrects it in subtle manner, but at the same time makes it very clear as to this is Srimad, this is not Srimad. That is being lawful. So both are, I mean, if the same line can be read twice, you will find that there are aspects of love in it, because he's not punishing you in that particular sense, in that line, but at the same time he says that you also have to follow it this way. That is Srimad. So the love and law are both hidden in knowledge. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. So let's practice this for the whole day, that how to be loveful and lawful at the same time. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Om Shanti. I would like to add, if time permits, I'd like to add one line.
Yes, brother.
When we talk about loveful and we talk about lawful, what happens when we write both loveful and lawful? We find that when we write loveful, the common word is L, F-U-L, both common. But the different word is in love is O-V-E, and here in the lawful it is A and W. The O-V-E means O for obedient, and V full of all the divine virtues, and E means embodiment of what Baba wants us. When we are obedient, the virtues come automatically to us and we become embodiment of what Baba wants, embodiment of knowledge. And the lawful, A and W is different. That is, A is also for adorned with divine virtues, and W is also that we become wonderful. That means even when you are obedient, full of virtues and embodiment of what Baba wants, you are adorned with divine virtues and become wonderful. In that way also we find that loveful is directly proportional to lawful. More we become loveful, more we become lawful. Om Shanti.
Wonderful, brother.
Om Shanti. Thank you for wonderful churnings. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Sakshi Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. And we meet tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.